Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Tom Lang Park in Weyburn, Saskatchewan for tonight's WCBL contest between the visiting Lethbridge Bulls and the hometown Weyburn Beavers. Last night, these two teams faced off, and it was a pitcher's duel, man alive. Adrian Tights for the Bulls threw 5 2/3 innings to start things off, and he gave way to Bryce McGuire, who did a great job out of the pen. But the story of the night was our Boston Pizza player of the game, and that was the starting pitcher, Zach Rachel. Zach on the night, 7 innings pitched. He allowed 4 hits, no runs. He walked nobody and struck out 12. So for that epic performance, Zach Rachel is the Boston Pizza player of the game for last night's game. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Weyburn Beavers. So leading things off is Hugh Montgomery. In the 2 spot is the second baseman, Ryan Dauphiny. Batting third and playing third base, Braden Mancourt. Nick Miller is the first baseman tonight, and he'll bat fourth. Rob Gurney is catching, and he'll bat fifth. Anthony Cortese is the designated hitter, and he will be batting sixth. Colt Sussex Uphold is the right fielder, batting seventh. Trevor Dale, the shortstop, bats eighth. Joe Medill, the left fielder, rounds out the order, batting in the 9th spot. And the starting pitcher for tonight's game is Luke Popplewell. Luke, the native of Ottawa, Ontario, who plays for the UBC Thunderbirds. For the Bulls, their starting lineup, leading things off, the shortstop, Jack Wheatley. In the 2 spot, the second baseman, Caleb Haney. Batting third, Cardell Dick, the catcher. In the 4 spot, Xander Meisner, the first baseman. Will Turner is the left field, and he'll bat 6th. Jordan Monroe is in center, batting 7th. Josh Milton in the 7 spot plays right field. Zach Kavanaugh is the DH, batting 8th. And Luke Wheatley, the third baseman, will bat 9th. I'll pause for the anthem.
Throwing our first pitch for tonight's game is Quinn. Quinn is 5 years old and goes to St. Michael's School.
Better move them ahead, boys. Get them up to the edge of the grass in front of Rob here. No, not there. Farther. Closer. Oh, he's got a good arm. First pitch by 5-year-old Quinn. And he's got a cannon on him. I don't know where the dust came from there. Just finishing up my lineup card while we wait to get underway. Starting pitcher tonight for the Weyburn Beavers is Luke Popplewell. Luke on the season, this is start number 2 and appearance number 3 for Luke. He has an 0-1 record. He's thrown 3 1/3 innings, allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He's struck out 6 to go along with 3 walks. A 10.80 earned run average for the Ottawa native. And leading things off against Luke Popplewell will be Jack Wheatley, the shortstop. Caleb Haney, the second baseman, is on deck, and Cardell Dick, the catcher, also due up. First pitch from Popplewell misses. 1-0. That's hit in the air to shallow center. Ryan Dauphiny behind second base makes the play, 1 away. And Caleb Haney will come to the plate. Haney entering this game a .345 batting average, 39 for 113, 5 doubles, 4 homers, 23 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. 0-1. In last night's game, Haney an 0 for 4 day with 3 strikeouts, so he'll be looking to atone for last night. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So imagine what the batting average was before that. It's still .345. Cardell Dick on deck. Good 0-2 pitch, a little high. 1-2. Popped up, foul, out of play. Still 1-2. Set the defense here for the Weyburn Beavers. In left field, it's Joe Medill. In center field, Hugh Montgomery. And in right field, Colt Sussex Uphold. That's hit foul. Haney had a really, really good 10 or 11 pitch at bat last night. At third base tonight, Braden Mancourt, Trevor Dale at short, Ryan Dauphiny at second, Nick Miller at first, Rob Gurney behind the plate, and the pitcher Luke Popplewell. Just a bit high. A little sweat in the hands, lose the grip, and she gone. So 2 balls, 2 strikes the count to Caleb Haney. Up the middle. Dauphiny can't reach it, base hit. So Cardell Dick, with a runner aboard and 1 out, will be the hitter. Dick on the year, .295 batting average, 31 for 105. 4 doubles, 3 homers, 19 runs batted in for the Lethbridge catcher. And that's hit on the ground through the 5-6 hole, another base hit. So back-to-back singles. And 2 aboard for the cleanup man, Xander Meisner. Entering this game, Meisner, 7 for 16, good for a .438 batting average, has a double and 4 runs batted in. First pitch in there for a strike. Meisner in last night's game, 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Left the game in the 9th in favor of Brennan McTavish as a pinch runner as the Bulls tried to tie that one after the Beavers took a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 8th. Dauphiny up with it. Dale, the turn. Nice pick, Nick Miller. Double play. A 4-6-3 to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits. There were no Beaver errors, and 1 runner left in scoring position. So after a half inning of play, we're scoreless here at Tom Lang Park, and we will be back here with the bottom of the first when we
get ready for the sweetest baseball event in Canada. All the very best players from around the WCBL will be in the very best city for the 2026 All-Star Weekend. Don't be sour. Get your tickets to the summer's biggest baseball event now.
Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play.
Come on, pencil. Quit breaking. Oh, man, the lineup's wrong again. So Joe Medill will lead things off. So forget everything I said in the intro. So Joe, the left fielder tonight. Ryan Dauphiny will bat second. It looks like Anthony Cortese in the 3 spot. Up the middle, base hit. The leadoff man is aboard. And Joe Medill. Is that the first pitch? So first pitch swinging. Now I have to redo my score sheet. So it is not Mayencourt. Chopped on the ground to short, picked up there by Wheatley over to first in time. So Dauphiny moves Joe Medill over to second base. A productive out there on a 6-3 put out for the first out. And number 33, Anthony Cortese will be the hitter. Or not. So it is Mayencourt. So Mayencourt, the third baseman tonight, and batting third. That's hit on the ground to short. They're going to go to third with it, and they're going to get Joe Medill there. 6-5 on the play for the second out. And Mayencourt on a fielder's choice. Maybe a poor choice there. Might have waited to see, may have forced the throw to go to first. It had probably had time to go. From there, the throw across to first and back to third would have been plenty of time to advance. So Anthony Cortese, now the hitter. Rob Gurney on deck. Outside. 2 balls and no strikes. That's in there. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Rob Gurney on deck. Checks his swing, does not go 3 balls. 1 strike to Anthony Cortese. That's looped into right field, and it'll be caught by Josh Milton over there, and that's going to retire the side. So the Beavers, they do not score. They did get 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left. So after 1 complete, we're scoreless here at Tom Lang Park, and we'll be back with the 2nd inning right after this. So I have no idea what the lineup is until we actually come to the plate. So I got to quit relying on that. Will Turner will lead things off for the Lethbridge Bulls in the top half of the 2nd inning. Turner in left field once again tonight. Entering the contest, 7 for 36 on the year. Check swing foul over by the Beaver bullpen and out of play. Turner, 2 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 7 runs batted in. Outside, 1-1. Popplewell gave up a couple of singles in the 1st inning, but able to get that 4-6-3 double play ball to get him out of the threat. And now facing the 5-6-7 hitters, Will Turner, Jordan Monroe, and Josh Milton, all the outfielders. And that's lined to left field. Medill back. It's off the top of the wall and out of here? Or bounced over? Bounced over. Yeah, I think it had to bounce and go out. Nope. Yeah, it's a ground rule double. I saw it hit the top of the wall too, but I didn't see the bounce. So obviously, bounced, hit the top of the wall, and a leadoff ground rule double for Will Turner. Thought that had a chance initially. Jordan Monroe swing and a miss, 0-1. Monroe on the year, 7 for 31, a pair of doubles, 5 runs batted in. Josh Milton on deck. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout for Luke Popplewell. So a runner in scoring position for Milton. Zach Kavanaugh, the DH, on deck. Last night, Josh Milton batted third, an 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. So moving him down in the order to see if he can get him better pitches to hit. He takes strike 1. Oh, 2. Josh Milton entering the game, 31 for 96 at .323 batting average, 7 doubles, 2 homers, and leads the Bulls with 28 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Luke Popplewell. That's his first 2 of the ball game. My spectacular wife bought a misting fan for the steaming hot box here, and it's feeling good. A wild pitch gets by Rob Gurney. So Will Turner advances to third on the wild pitch. And all that means is a 1-0 count. 2 out. Pretty good chance that if there was a base hit, Turner's going to score anyway. This gives him more options, like another wild pitch. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. For Kavanaugh in the year, 2 for 7, 286 batting average. That's off the plate outside, 3 balls and no strikes. 1 double and 1 run batted in for Zach Kavanaugh in a small sample size. That's in there for a strike. I thought it caught the zone. Bit of a delayed call. So a hitter's count here, 3-1 to Zach Kavanaugh. Swing and a miss. Full count. Kavanaugh in last night's game, 1 for 3. Had a double in the 5th inning last night. So full count, 2 outs. That's in the dirt. And the wild pitch will score the runner from third base. Didn't give Rob Gurney much of a chance there. 1-0 Bulls lead. So a runner on first base for Luke Wheatley. Wheatley entered this game hitting .232, 16 for 69, a double, 2 homers, 8 runs batted in, and he takes strike one. Wheatley at third base tonight, not in the lineup last night. Pitch runs in for ball one, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's hit in the air to shallow center. Dauphiney out, Montgomery in. Dauphiney can't reach it, and I think he's hurt himself. So a bloop single for Luke Wheatley. Kavanaugh all the way to third on that. And the top of the order. Looks like Doff's going to be okay. So a tough, weak contact base hit. And runners on the corners now and 2 out. For the leadoff hitter, Jack Wheatley. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Jack Wheatley entering this game was 20 for 65 with 2 doubles, 2 homers, 9 runs batted in, a .308 batting average. Pickoff move. Luke Wheatley is back. Jack Wheatley last night had a leadoff single and followed that up with 3 consecutive strikeouts, 1 for 4 on the night. That's hit on the ground through the 5-6 hole, an RBI single for Jack Wheatley. Two nothing Bulls lead. 3 hits in the inning. And runners on first and second with 2 out. Caleb Mahaney, who singled in his first at-bat, will be the hitter. Mound visit, first one of the night as pitching coach Jackson Henderson goes out to meet with Luke Popplewell and Rob Gurney. Joined by home plate umpire Mike Richards. And that ends that conference. Not a bad crowd for a really, really hot evening. Cardell Dick is on deck. It's fouled over the screen by Haney. 0-1 the count. That's popped up. Mancourt under it, and he'll make the play for the 3rd out of the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no Weyburn errors, and two base runners left, one of them in scoring position. After 1.5, the Lethbridge Bulls 2, the Beavers no score, and we'll be back with the bottom of the
This July, the Okotoks Dogs and Baseball Canada will host the Road to Okotoks and the Morneau Cup National Championship at the Seaman Stadium Complex from July 14th to 19th. Come watch the top 16 youth baseball teams from across the country. These are the future stars of Canadian baseball, tomorrow's collegiate standouts and professional players, all chasing a national championship. Don't miss a week of elite competition, unforgettable moments, and the future of Canadian baseball in Okotoks.
Rob Gurney to lead things off in the bottom of the second inning. Bulls lead the Beavers 2-0 after 1.5. First pitch from Webster in the dirt. I was messing with my scorecard. I'll talk about Ethan Webster in a little bit. Rob Gurney, 28 for 103 on the year, 9 doubles, 4 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Had the game-winning RBI last night, 272 average for the All-Star catcher. Second pitch is up. 2 balls and no strikes. So Ethan Webster, the starting pitcher for the Bulls. Of course, 3 seasons with the Weyburn Beavers. Inside, 3 balls, no strikes. And so far on the year for Webb, this is start number 6. 3-0 is in there for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. A 2-win, 1-loss record, 20 1/3 innings pitched for Webb, 24 hits allowed, 21 runs, 20 earned, 14 strikeouts to go with 6 walks. That's hit on the ground to short, charge by Jack Wheatley. Sidearm throw in time, 6-3 on the putout, 1 away.
Number 30, the right fielder. Go, Upholds.
So Colt Sussex Uphold will be the hitter. That's hit on the ground to short. An odd hop for Wheatley. A throw of bounces in time. 6-3.
Here's shortstop. Number 6, Trevor Dale.
And Trevor Dale will be the hitter. Nick Miller on deck. First pitch called strike. 0-1 to Trevor Dale. Slider up, called strike 2. Trevor entering the game, 16 for 71, 4 doubles, 3 homers, 12 runs batted in. Fouls off an inside pitch that probably would have caught the edge. Stays alive, 0-2. And that's drilled foul. Right in the parking lot? Wow. Well, Trevor Dale put a charge into that foul. That's outside and in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's lined over top of third base. Base hit, Trevor Dale. Second hit of the evening for the Beavers, a 2-out single.
Number 20, Nick Miller.
First pitch to Nick Miller, taken for a ball. Nick on the year, 6 for 39, 4 runs batted in. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. So Trevor Dale, the runner at first base. Hugh Montgomery in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss, 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, pickoff play behind Dale, not in time. So 2 balls, 2 strikes the count to Nick Miller. Outside, full count. So Trevor Dale will be on the move, not holding him on. There he goes. And that's hit in the air to right center into the gap, and that's going to drop. That's on the ground. Dale is going to score. Nick Miller into second with an RBI stand-up double. The Beavers are on the board. Answering the 2 spot with one of their own at least in the inning still going for Hugh Montgomery. Nick Miller, first double of the season for Nick. Joe Medill on deck, the leadoff hitter tonight. Hugh Montgomery in the 9 spot. Pitch in there, taken for a strike. Hugh entering the game. 29 hits and 114 at bats, 4 doubles, a triple, 14 runs batted in. Also leads the Beavers with 9 stolen bases. It's that foul. So Webster ahead, 0-2 here on the speedy Hugh Montgomery. Outside. Is it 1-1 or 1-2? I thought the first pitch was a called strike. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Scoreboard now is correct. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In last night's game, Hugh 0 for 4 in the game. Pitch is down, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nick Miller, the runner on second. Breaking ball, tapped foul. Good piece of hitting by Hugh Montgomery to foul off that tough pitch from Ethan Webster. Ethan Webster from White Rock, BC, and attended the University of Calgary, finished his senior season this year. That's hit on the ground to second, charged by Haney, up with it, flips over in time. So 4-3 for the putout. The Beavers do get a run on 2 hits. There were no Lethbridge errors and 1 runner left on base in scoring position. So after 2 complete, Lethbridge 2, the Weyburn Beavers 1, and we'll be back with the 3rd inning here on Coast Hotels. Weyburn Beavers.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
And then come home and have an off day, rest up for the next day. What are we at? 3, 4, 5 in a row? 6. Cardell Dick will lead things off for the Lethbridge Bulls in the top of the third inning. First pitch from Popplewell on the inside edge for strike one. Dick singled in the first, was erased at second on the 4-6-3 double play that ended the top of the first inning. Nice slider in there from Popplewell. And quickly Luke ahead 0-2. That's drilled down the left field line, and that's in fair territory. Extra bases for Dick. A stand-up double. I think that'll drive head coach Cam Williams a little crazy on an 0-2 count. So a leadoff double for the second consecutive inning. And that'll bring Xander Meisner to the plate. Will Turner on deck. First pitch on the outside edge taken for a strike. That would have been a nicer pitch selection to Cardell Dick with 0-2. In the dirt, another wild pitch. So third wild pitch of the game. So runner on third now and nobody out. Hit on the ground. Nick Miller is going to just play the out game smartly. An RBI ground out for Xander Meisner. Yeah, it's a crapshoot when it bounces. So 3-1, the Bulls lead. Ball one. Turner had the leadoff double in the previous inning and scored. He is 1 for 1. And an 0-2 count, or 2-0 count. Popplewell falls behind. Was ahead of the first hitter, Dick, but hung one that he laced into the corner for a double. 3 balls, no strikes to Will Turner. Jordan Monroe on deck. That's in there for a strike, 3-1. Ball 4. I'll bring Jordan Monroe to the plate. No action in the Beaver pen. It tails away ball 1. Outside ball 2. Beavers really needed to get some length out of Popplewell here tonight. See if he can get dialed in here. That's low with 3-0. So 3-0 to back-to-back hitters. Only one out here in the top of the 3rd inning. That's in there for a strike. 3-1. Josh Milton in the on-deck circle for the Lethbridge Bulls. Runner goes outside ball 4. Back-to-back walks in the 3rd in 2 innings. Another visit from Jackson Henderson, 2nd one. Beavers hunting for a ground ball here to get out of this. Lethbridge already one across on only one hit.
Now batting number 21, Josh Milton.
So Josh Milton steps in. Mark the RBI there. Oh, 1 the count. Milton struck out in his first appearance, 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Pitch down out of the zone, and 0-2. So whatever advice pitching coach Jackson Henderson had seemed to work out pretty well. A shout out to Jackson's parents heading home to Snohomish, Washington after spending about a week here. It's great to see you guys. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A big strikeout there for the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring Zach Kavanaugh to the plate. Kavanaugh walked and scored in the 2nd inning. Line drive up the middle, off of the glove of Wheatley, over to Dauphiny, over to first in time. So an assist for Popplewell as it will go 1, 4, 3 on the putout. The Bulls score 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors. 2 left on base, 1 of them in scoring position. After 2.5, the Bulls 3, the Beavers 1. We'll be back with the bottom of the 3rd after this.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Alrighty, folks. I'll use the microphone this time. Trivia time, yeah? The first person to get my attention and give me the answer to this question. 5 Weyburn Beaver players are going to the All-Star game in Saskatchewan. All you have to do is get my attention and give me the name of just one of those All-Star players.
So Joe Medill struck out looking to lead off the third inning, bottom of the third. Ryan Dauphiney a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike two. Straight change up there from Webster. Dauphiney way ahead. Hit on the ground to second. Haney up with it over to first, 2 away. And Braden Mayencourt will be the hitter. Mayo reached on a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 1. Anthony Cortese on deck. That's hit in the air to the right center gap. That's going to be down for extra bases. A 2-out double for Braden Mayencourt. Mayencourt with a triple last night. Scored initially as a single, just calling time. Originally scored a single, but there was no error on that play, so that's going to get changed. The right fielder left his feet to try and cut the ball off, and it got by him. Mayencourt able to go all the way to third. There was no error there. Cortese down the right field line. Fair! Extra bases, Anthony Cortese. Back-to-back extra base hits. It's in the corner. Cortese rounds it. He's going to try for third. Here comes the throw. Triple! Anthony Cortese! RBI triple for Anthony Cortese as he laced one into the right field corner that Josh Milton had some trouble corralling. Cortese turning on the Jets, and his first triple of the campaign. Breaking ball to Rob Gurney in there for a strike, 0-1. Rob grounded out to short in his first at-bat. So the Beavers getting one back here, a chance to tie the game. That's hit on the ground to short. Third baseman cuts in front, throw in time. The Beavers do get a run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 runner left on base in scoring position. So after 3 complete, Lethbridge 3, Weyburn 2. We'll be back with the 4th inning right after this. Luke Wheatley will lead things off in the top of the fourth inning here for the Lethbridge Bulls. Takes strike one. One and one. It's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Great pitch on the inside edge. That's strikeout number 4 for Luke Popplewell. It's been a couple of times in the game where Luke's got himself in a little trouble, and he's had a visit from Jackson Henderson that's got things going in the right direction afterwards. So good job, Jackson, and good job, Luke. Top of the order, and Jack Wheatley. Upstairs, ball 1. It's sharply to Mancourt. He spins around, and what a throw! Great play, Braden Mancourt, 2 away. As a sharply hit ball from Jack Wheatley, fielded cleanly, spun Mancourt around, and he came up gunning, and that throw was directly on target to Nick Miller at first base for the second out. Caleb Haney will be the hitter. Haney 1 for 2, singled in the first, popped up to third baseman Braden Mancourt in the second inning. Ball 1. That's hit in the air and out of play behind the Lethbridge dugout. Some movement now in the pen for the Bulls. Great job, Bulls. Your jerseys, I can read the numbers very well. Thank you. Appreciate that. Straight back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count to Caleb Haney. Cardell Dick, the catcher, in the on-deck circle. Zach Rachel getting a round of applause from his family as he retrieves that foul ball behind at the screen. That's foul over into the rodeo grounds. So 1 ball, 2 strike count with 2 outs. Outside, 2-2. So 2 CCBC pitchers starting tonight. Ethan Webster from the University of Calgary, Luke Popplewell from UBC. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and that'll fill the count to Caleb Haney. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. No runners aboard here as Popplewell got the first 2 outs. And a good piece of hitting there at a close pitch on the outside edge. Haney able to just foul that off and stay alive. Fouled straight back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foul balls in the at-bat. And this is pitch number 9 And the count is still full. Haney had one of these at-bats last night, 10 or 11 pitches. That's inside. Ball 4. So a high-quality at-bat gets Caleb Haney aboard with 2 outs. And Cardell Dick will come to the plate. Dick 2 for 2 so far tonight. Runner goes. Rob Gurney didn't get it out of the glove cleanly, a stolen base. Wisely didn't try to make a throw afterwards. So Haney gets himself into scoring position for Cardell Dick. Dick singled in the first and doubled and scored in the third. Breaking ball in there for a strike. One and one the count. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Xander Meisner in the on-deck circle for the Bulls. And warming in the pen is number 30, Shane Lanier. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Some movement now in the pen for the Beavers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Popplewell, 5th strikeout of the evening. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left in scoring position. After 3.5, the Bulls 3, the Beavers 2. We'll have the bottom of the 4th for you when we come back.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Access Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at accessstorage.ca.
Colt Sussex Uphold leading things off for the Weyburn Beavers in the home half of the fourth inning. Takes a strike on the first pitch. And the second one in there as well, 0-2. Quickly Webster ahead. Trevor Dale on deck. Nick Miller also due up. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike, throw down. And strikeout number 2 for Ethan Webster. I told him I was going to do this tonight. Web Slinger! I missed the first one, unfortunately. I'd gone to the concession to get my wife a hamburger. So she likes the hamburgers here at the concession. And who am I to say no? As Trevor Dale takes ball 1. Nick Miller on deck. That's laced. Another single into the 5-6 hole by Trevor Dale. He's hit a couple of balls. He's going to sneak into second base here. Heads up base running by Trevor Dale. And he steals a double. Caught the Bulls napping a little. And took advantage of the situation. So heads up base running. A hustle double for Trevor Dale. He's 2 for 2. And Nick Miller at the plate. Takes on the inside. Called strike. 0-1. Nick doubled home Trevor Dale in the second inning after he had singled. So a double and an RBI for Nick Miller on the night. In the dirt, Cardell Dick, a nice job to keep Trevor Dale at second base. And 1-1 the count. Nick Miller from Frisco, Texas, played his senior season at Eastern New Mexico University. It's hit in the air to right field. Dale tags, bluffs, draws the throw, does not go. A fly out for the second out. And Hugh Montgomery to the plate. The runner in scoring position and 2 outs. A chance to tie the game here with a single. First pitch fouled over towards the Lethbridge dugout. Hugh grounded out to second in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hugh Montgomery from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Played his 25-26 season at Mayville State University in Mayville, North Dakota. Joe Medill in the on-deck circle for the Weyburn Beavers. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. He was also walked 18 times this season, which is 3rd best on the Beavers. 3-1 the count. That's in there, and that'll fill the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Hugh Montgomery looking to keep the inning going for the Beavers. And that's hit on the ground, charged by Wheatley, picked up and throw over in time. 6-3 on the putout for the third out. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left in scoring position after 4 complete. The Bulls 3, the Beavers 2, and we'll be back with the 5th inning right after this.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Casey Lindstead, the new pitcher on the mound for the Weyburn Beavers, number 29. Luke Popowell goes 4 innings and turns it over to Casey. Casey Lindstead, 5'10", 170-pound right-hander, a senior for the Friends University Falcons baseball team. Casey from Bel Air, Kansas. And that's hit on the ground. Dauphiny up with it on to first. And Xander Meisner is out 4-3 for the first out of inning number 5. And Will Turner will be the hitter. Lindstead in there for a strike. Casey struggled early in the year with control, but the last several outings he's been throwing strikes and been very effective. That tails in for ball 1. Submarine right-hander. Hard guy to barrel up. 1 ball, 1 strike count. That tails down. 2 balls and 1 strike. That misses inside. 3-1. That's hit on the ground. Dale charges it, picks it up cleanly over to first in time. 6-3 on the putout, 2 away. So entering the game, Casey Lindstedt, 8 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 13 hits, 18 runs, 15 of them earned, had 8 strikeouts to go with 15 bases on balls and a 15.58 earned run average. And the earned run average has actually come down because he's been effective lately. First pitch, a slider on the outside edge, taken for a strike by Jordan Monroe. Monroe, 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk on the night. That's outside, 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. I'm only going to say this one time. Casey ejected 2 nights ago, and he did not say a word. He was mistaken identity. He did not deserve to be ejected. He just happened to be standing up. A little animated after he got tossed, but did nothing to deserve the ejection. So I just wanted to say that for those who maybe don't know the details and couldn't see the details. That's what they are. Fouled over the screen. 3-2. Fouled straight back. So a battle between Jordan Monroe and Casey Lindstedt here. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. The book on Luke Popplewell. Luke, 4 innings, scattered 6 hits. In there, strike 3 called. So Lindstedt, a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 5th inning. So the Beavers will bat in the bottom of the 5th when we return here at Tom Lang Park.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Top of the order due up for the Weyburn Beavers in the home half of the 5th inning. Joe Medill, Ryan Dauphiny, and Braden Mayencourt, the 1-2-3 hitters. And let's finish talking about Luke Popplewell's night. All in all, a decent one. 4 innings pitched, 6 hits scattered. Gave up 3 runs, all earned. He did walk 4, but he struck out 5 on 74 pitches, 48 of them for strikes. First pitch to Joe Medill. A swing and a miss. Had a pitch outside of the zone. And an 0-1 count to Joe. Joe 1 for 2 on the night, singled in the 3rd. A swing and a miss there. 0-2. Ethan Webster quickly ahead. Webster 61 pitches through 4 innings. That's down. Good 0-2 pitch, trying to get him to chase out of the zone. Ethan Webster, 2 strikeouts on the evening. 1 in each of the last 2 innings. A 1-ball, 2-strike count to Joe Medill. Breaking ball taken on the outside edge. A good pitch there by the Web Slinger. 3rd strikeout for Ethan Webster. And Ryan Dauphiny will be the hitter with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Braden Mancourt in the on-deck circle as the lights come on here at Tom Lang Park. Fastball tails in from Webster for ball 1 to Ryan Dauphiny. Doff 0 for 2, grounded to short in the 1st, grounded to 2nd in the 3rd inning. Looking for his first hit of the night. Pitch is down. 2 balls and no strikes. Of course, Doff, a patient hitter, will get on board any way he can. Breaking ball is away. And 3 balls, no strikes, the count to Ryan Dauphiny. Beavers with 6 hits in the baseball game. Taking all the way. And a fastball in there for a strike. 3-1. So a hitter's count here for Ryan Dauphiny. Up high, ball 4. So Dauphiny aboard with 1 out. And Braden Mancourt will be the hitter. Mayo with a 2-out double in the 3rd. And he scored on the Anthony Cortese RBI triple. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 1st, so 1 for 2 for Braden Mancourt. That's in there for a strike, 0-2. So Webster ahead of his old teammate, Braden Mancourt. 3 years together here in Weyburn. Inside. Webb wanted that one. Heard him put a little extra on that. 1-2. 1 out. Swing and a miss. Webb Slinger, 4th strikeout of the night for Ethan Webster. Now 1-2 out of the zone. Mancourt couldn't hold up. And 2 out for Anthony Cortese, the designated hitter. Rob Gurney on deck. Slider outside for ball 1 to Anthony Cortese. Anthony 1 for 2, flew out to the right fielder Josh Milton and then tripled to right field. A little backside triple at pickoff, throw in behind Dauphiny. Not fielded cleanly by Xander Meisner. And Dauphiny is back. Had a pretty good jump there, secondary jump. So 2-0 the count to Cortese. It's hit foul. Ethan Webster really quick to home plate. Hard guy to steal on. I don't think Ryan Dauphiny would steal anyway. That's a higher risk play than it needs to be because I don't think Ryan Dauphiny is going anywhere. There's a lot of things that can happen when you make that play, and only one of them's good. All the rest are not good. Inside. Thought it was going to clip Cortese and didn't. 3-1. Anthony from Fremont, California, a member of the Eastern New Mexico University Greyhounds. And that's hit on the ground to third. Charged there by Luke Wheatley over to first in time. 3 away. Beavers, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. And after 5 complete, the Bulls 3, the Beavers 2 will be back with the 6th right after this.
Shout out to Pioneer Hybrid on the Penny Completion Span deck tonight. Again, thanks to Eisen Tire and Selden Range 12 Service Team for sponsoring the Beer Chef and the Grub Chef.
What's the date today? The 13th, right? Donovan's birthday today. I shot him a text. We've been talking for today. The line score after 5 innings of play, the Lethbridge Bulls, 3 runs on 6 hits. They have committed no errors in the field, and the Bulls have left 6 runners on base, 4 of them in scoring position. For the Weyburn Beavers, 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors, 5 runners left, and 3 of those were in scoring position. See if we can take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard quickly here. If the web page will load quickly enough. There we go. All right. So in the top of the 6th inning in Medicine Hat, the Mavericks a 5-2 lead over the Swift Current 57s. In Brooks at Elks Field, Fort McMurray Giants and Brooks Bombers tied at 3. And that's it. Just 3 games on the slate tonight. Josh Milton to lead things off for the Lethbridge Bulls against Casey Lindstedt, and that's hit well to center field. Hugh Montgomery on the run, back at the wall, reaches out, makes a great catch. Hugh Montgomery on the run, fully extended near the wall on the track. And a round of applause from his pitcher, Casey Lindstedt, for that effort. Hugh Montgomery. Zach Kavanaugh to the plate. First pitch from Lindstedt is inside for ball 1. Not very often Casey gets barreled up. Got hit well there by Josh Milton. This Tom Lang Park is a big park to center field. It says it's 400, but it just feels longer. The ball does not fly here. Like the 400 at Mitchell Field and Swift Current is far different from the 400 here at Tom Lang Park, let me tell you. So 3 balls and no strikes to Zach Kavanaugh. Luke Wheatley, the third baseman, on deck. That's in there. 3-1. That just misses outside. So the first base on balls issued by Casey Lindstedt this evening. had a 3-1 count in his first inning of work that resulted in a ground out to short, and then a 7-pitch strikeout to Jordan Monroe, the other two times that he had reached 3 balls. So 20 pitches, 10 for strikes so far for Casey Lindstedt. That's fouled straight back. 0-1. Luke Wheatley singled in the second and struck out in the fourth, 1 for 2. Beavers looking for a ground ball here to turn 2. It's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the order, Jack Wheatley on deck as Casey Lindstedt checks the runner at first, Zach Kavanaugh. And that's looped into left. That's going to land in front of Medill. A base hit. Second hit of the night for Luke Wheatley. And 2 runners aboard with 1 out, top of the order. And Jack Wheatley. Some action in the pen for the Beavers. It's like Will Sevier heating up. Well, if the Beavers can get 2 out of Casey, that's great. That tails away. 1-0, the count to Jack Wheatley. Wheatley 1 for 3, singled in the second, popped up to second in the first, singled in the second, grounded to third in the 4th inning. That's looped behind first base. Dauphiny, it's going to drop. And a weak contact single by Jack Wheatley. And that loads the bases. Just a soft pop-up into no man's land. And that is going to be it for Casey Lindstedt. So he'll leave after 1 1/3. The runners are his responsibility. But a weak contact single from the last hitter he faces. And if Will Sevier can get out of this situation, it won't be a bad outing for Casey. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with the new pitcher for the Beavers. So Will Sevier on to pitch with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. The bases loaded and 1 out. Calum Haney, the hitter. First pitch is a wild pitch. Ball 1. So no more ground ball double play available. Pitch down. 2 balls, no strikes. Fouled off the foot of Haney. Walking it off, back in the box. 2 balls and a strike. Calum Haney, a single and a base on balls in the game. 1 for, wow, and a pop-up. So 1 for 2 with a stolen base. That's lined into deep left. Medill is back. It's off of the track and off the wall. That's going to clear the bases. A 2-run double, Calum Haney. So unfortunately, those are Casey Lindsted's runs. Another wild pitch. So Haney to third base. Three runs in the inning. (6-2) Bulls lead. Foul out of play. 1-1.
That's another Barber Motors auto body foul ball.
Overthrown once again by Sevier. 2 balls and a strike. Outside, 3-1. Don't know who's available in the Beaver pen, but nobody moving. Another wild pitch. Three wild pitches already in the inning. And the third visit from Jackson Henderson. And that was a base on balls to Cardell Dick, so there is still a runner aboard with only 1 out. Second walk of the inning and 6th of the game. 9 Lethbridge hits on the evening, so a lot of base runners for the Bulls. 7 runs on 9 hits means you're getting something for free. Pitch is down, ball 1 to Xander Meisner. Meisner 0 for 3 in the ball game with an RBI on a ground out. 2 balls, no strikes. Three balls, no strikes. Four pitch walk.
Number 15, Will Turner.
Will Turner to the plate with 2 aboard and 1 out. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. That's fouled back, 1-1. Keaton Husband starting to warm in the Beaver bullpen. That's in there. 1-2. It's down 2 balls, 2 strikes. Will Turner 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the second, walked in the third, grounded out to short later on. That's lifted in the air to deep right. Sussex up, hold back. He'll make the play. Runner tags from second, and he'll move over to third base. That's Cardell Dick. So Turner with a fly out to right field for the second out. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. First pitch to Jordan Monroe is fouled back, 0-1. That catches the outside edge, and Sevier ahead 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The Bulls send 9 men to the plate. They score 4 runs on 3 base hits. There were no Weyburn errors, 2 left on base, 1 of them in scoring position. So after 5.5, the Lethbridge Bulls 7, the Weyburn Beavers 2. And we'll be back with the bottom of the 6th right after this. My favorite view is probably about the 4th or 5th row right in the center and look between the 2 buildings. You can't see the highway from there, but you can see the beautiful yellow canola field in the background. It's my favorite spot in the whole ballpark. But when you're down there, you can't see the highway. It's great. Beautiful view. My wife has fallen in what she's called that is Canada Gold. Beautiful. Rob Gurney to lead things off for the Weyburn Beavers in the home half of the 6th inning. Inside and up. 1 ball, no strikes. Colt Sussex Uphold and Trevor Dale also due up for the Beavers. They trail by 5. Need some base runners. Pitch is down. 2 balls, no strikes. Rob Gurney 0 for 2 in the game. Grounded out to short in the 2nd and grounded to 3rd in the 3rd inning. That's hit on the ground. Short hop to Wheatley. Long throw in time.
Coming up to the plate, number 30, the right fielder, Colt Uphold.
Colt Sussex Uphold, the hitter, the right fielder tonight. And the number 6 hitter. 0 for 2 on the evening. Takes ball 1. That fastball is in there for a strike, 1-1. Colt grounded to short in the 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 4th. Called strike, 1-2. There's a movement heading towards the Lethbridge pen now. Swing and a miss at a high breaking ball out of the zone. Chased. Two out for Trevor Dale. So Trevor Dale with the last base hit for the Beavers back in the 4th when he had the hustle double. He's 2 for 2 on the night and a swing and a miss for an 0-1 count. Trevor scored 1 of the 2 runs back in the 2nd inning after he singled, and then Nick Miller doubled to the gap to score Trevor Dale all the way from first. So the Beavers manufacturing a run with 2 outs there. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nick Miller in the on-deck circle. Outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Trevor Dale from West Valley City, Utah. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 up, 3 down inning for the Beavers. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody out left. After 6 complete, the Bulls 7, the Beavers 2. We'll be back with the 7th inning after this.
4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 24, 25, and 27. If you have a phrase got go off playback bingo, bring your program to the announcer's booth for verification.
Girlfriend in Calgary, and he wanted to be closer to her, and it allowed him to go to his grad and title losing. A lot of things. He went to Cam with it, so they want to play Lethbridge this year. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Lethbridge Bulls. Josh Milton, Zach Kavanaugh, and Luke Wheatley. And Milton takes ball 1. Fouls that back. 1 and 2. 1 ball and 1 strike on 2 pitches, actually. The heat's getting to me. Good pitch. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. Taken by Milton for a strike, 1 and 2. So Will Sevier ahead. Just off the plate outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Zach Kavanaugh in the on-deck circle. Strike 3 called, and Milton knew it. So for Josh Milton, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts on the night. So a little bit of a rough go for Josh Milton. 6 strikeouts in the last 2 nights. And Zach Kavanaugh takes strike 1 from Will Sevier. That tails away 1 and 1. 8 strikeouts tonight for Beaver pitching. That's in there for a strike, 1 and 2. Kavanaugh is 0 for 1. He walked twice and scored twice in the 2nd and 6th. Oh, just down apparently. 2 and 2. And in the 2nd inning, he ended the inning with that line drive off the glove of Luke Popplewell that went right to Ryan Dauphiny and on to Nick Miller on the 1-4-3 putout. That's hit on the ground past Miller, past Dauphiny. A ground ball with eyes gets through for a base hit. Kavanaugh's first hit of the night. He is 1 for 2. Been on base 3 times and scored a pair. And Luke Wheatley will be the hitter. One out, top of the 7th inning. Fastball outside and down for ball 1. Luke Wheatley 2 for 3 in the game. A pair of singles, a run scored. And struck out looking in the 4th. That's upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. That's hit on the ground, charged by Mancourt. Short hop over to 2nd for 1. Got the lead runner. Nice play there, Braden Mancourt. 5-4. Mayo's had a very nice defensive night at 3rd base. Looking very smooth and very efficient over there, the 5-year Beaver vet from Langley, BC. Played his senior season at Central Baptist College in Conway, Arkansas, as did the recipient of that throw, Ryan Dauphiny. Central Baptist College Mustangs winning their conference championship in 2026. And Jack Wheatley, 0-1 count. Tails inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Luke Wheatley aboard on a fielder's choice. 2 for 4 rather on the night. Caleb Haney on deck. Swing and a miss. 1-2. So after some wildness early, Will Sevier settling in pretty nicely. Just off the plate outside, 2-2. A good 1-2 there. Gonna get Wheatley to chase out there. Nothing doing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Overthrows that one, and Rob Gurney, a good job to spear that. And a full count to Jack Wheatley in the payoff pitch from Will Sevier, forthcoming. Runner goes, ball is down. And base on balls. So 2 runners aboard for Caleb Haney. That's not ideal. Haney cleared the bases with a 2-run double off of Will Sevier in his last plate appearance. 2 for 2, or 2 for 2 and a walk. So hit in the air to left. Medill lays out, and he can't get it. Foul ball. Good effort there from Joe Medill. Joe going horizontal and just unable to come up with it. A great effort there. Joe showing a lot of speed. So we'll get everybody back into position here. 0-1 with 2 outs, top of 7. 2 runners aboard. That's hit on the ground. That's going to get through. Charged by Sussex Uphold. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's up the line a bit. And an RBI single for Caleb Haney. 8-2. Yeah, that walk was not ideal. Haney, the hot hand tonight, scores Luke Wheatley to make it 8-2. That's tapped foul by Cardell Dick for strike 1. The 2 and 3 hitters have done a lot of damage for the Bulls tonight. Dick 2 for 3 with a walk. Haney 3 for 4 with a walk. And it hit him. So that'll load the bases. Two outs. You got to think it's close on pitch count wise to the end of the line for Will Sevier. Pitch is in there for a strike to Xander Meisner. Meisner 0 for 3 with a walk. That gets away from Gurney. That one probably a pass ball. Nine two. Hit on the ground to second. Dauphiny up with it over to Miller in time. So 2 runs for the Bulls on 2 hits. There were no errors. 2 runners left, 1 in scoring position. After 6.5, the Bulls 9, the Beavers 2. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th after this. Probably by the end of the week. Got to get a flight, get everything organized.
Where's he from?
Iowa, I think. Nick Miller will lead things off.
Pretty colors.
First pitch to Nick Miller outside, ball 1. Nick 1 for 2, an RBI double in the second, and a fly out to right field. And that's driven deep. Turns Milton around off the base of the wall. Miller on his horse, and he slides into second with another double. Leadoff double, Nick Miller. So action in the pen. I think ideally the Bulls don't want to take Webster out quite yet. He is up to 91 pitches, 56 for strikes. 6 strikeouts, 1 ball for Ethan Webster. Swing and a miss, Hugh Montgomery at a changeup. Oh and 1. Hugh 0 for 2 on the night. Grounded to second and grounded to short. Outside, 1 and 1. Joe Medill on deck. Nick Miller's double, the first Beavers hit since the 4th inning. Swing and a miss at a ball way off the plate. One and 2. Nice work by Cardell Dick to save a wild pitch. As that overthrown by Webster and spiked and way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's hit on the ground to third. Picked up by Wheatley in fair territory. Not in time and pulled him off the bag. Infield single, Hugh Montgomery. And Joe Medill to the plate. Shows bunt, fouls it off. Joe Medill 1 for 3 on the night, singled in the first. And a pair of strikeouts for Joe. So Wheatley way in at third base now. Takes strike 2, so Webster way ahead, 0-2. Ryan Dauphiny in the on-deck circle. Two runners aboard. Beavers with something going. That's hit on the ground. Oh, a nice play by Hamey. Oh, my goodness. He ranged well to his left, picked that up, made an off-balance throw to first base. A productive out by Joe Medill. 4-3 on the putout. 2 in scoring position for Ryan Dauphiny. Lots of baseball left. The Beavers down 7. And that's going to be it for Ethan Webster. So I'm going to tip my cap to Ethan here. I'm going to be right back. We're going to take a short break for the pitching change, and we'll be right back as I'm going to give a round of applause to Ethan Webster as he's lobbying to stay in this. Oh, check that. He stays in. Side by side in those situations. So Ethan Webster not coming out of the game. Lobbied to stay in. 1 out, 2 on. Ryan Dauphiny, his longtime teammate at the plate. And that gets away from Webb. A wild pitch will score Nick Miller. And not yet. 9-3 is the score. Lots of baseball left. So Hugh Montgomery now at third base with 1 out. Off the plate. Good job by Doff to lay off of that as his good friend almost got him to chase that outside slider. 2-0. Fastball on the outside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike. I think it would be really nice feel. Fouled away. It would be really nice feel by Ryan McDonald, the manager of the Bulls, if he was to remove Ethan Webster in the middle of an inning to get he'll get a round of applause from the Beaver faithful, and what a way for him to leave the mound in his last visit to Tom Lang Park. Outside, full count. So Webb, 104 pitches, 64 strikes at this point. And that's hit sharply on the ground to short. Wheatley up with it, over to first in time. And an awkward play there, but an RBI ground out for Ryan Dauphiny. 6-3. Couple of awkward throws that took the first baseman in front of a base runner. 9-4. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. So in the last time that Braden Mayencourt will face Ethan Webster, he wins in singles. And that's gonna do it for Webb, as they're gonna go get him. And now I'm gonna go and give him my props. Be right back. Nobody has any feel. Well, I got to applaud anyway. Okay, Weyburn fans, I'm going to give it to you. That guy played here 3 years, and he just came in and threw a real good ball game against your guys, and you didn't give him anything. Disappointing, Weyburn. Very disappointing. Oh boy, I know I'm going to butcher this. Uh-oh, I think we have the wrong player put into ball clubs. New pitcher, is that not 12? Number 12, Aaron Gutierrez. Ball clubs has another name. So I'm just going to slide next door and try to correct the scores on that.
The designated hitter, number 33, Anthony Cortese.
New pitcher for the Lethbridge Bulls in relief of Ethan Webster is number 12, Evan Gutierrez. And quickly, a 1-ball, 2-strike count. To designated hitter Anthony Cortese. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs in the inning, and Braden Mayencourt is the base runner at first. And for Gutierrez, his first appearance of the year, and he comes in and strikes out the DH to end the threat. The Beavers, 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no Weyburn errors and 1 base runner left. So after 7 complete, the Bulls 9, the Beavers 4. We still got a fair amount of baseball to be played here at Tom Lang Park when we return after this.
Weyburn Beavers, number 1, Keaton Husband. This pitching change brought to you by Swiss Concrete.
New pitcher for the Weyburn Beavers is Keaton Husband. Keaton on the year, a 1-win, 2-loss record. 18 and a third innings pitched, allowed 36 hits, 39 runs, 36 of them earned. Has struck out 7 to go with 17 bases on balls, and a 17.67 earned run average for the Weyburn right-hander. Keaton from Weyburn, Saskatchewan, attends Minnesota West Community College. Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. Breaking ball. Two and two. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. First strikeout for Keaton Husband. Nine strikeouts on the night for the entire Beavers pitching staff. So Keaton Husband, the fourth pitcher of the night. We already looked at the line for Luke Popwell. The line for Casey Lindstead, 1 1/3, allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, and they were earned. 1 walk and 1 strikeout, 25 pitches, 13 for strikes. Called strike ball. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Jordan Monroe. Monroe 0 for 3 with a walk on the evening. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. And then the line on Will Sevier, 1 2/3, allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 47 pitches, 23 for strikes. In the dirt, 2 and 2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 10th strikeout for Beaver pitching. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. That's the golden sombrero for Jordan Monroe. And Josh Milton will be the hitter. Actually, no, Milton pinch hit for by number 5.
The Flames are up to spearheader for tonight's game. Designated hitter number 8, Zach Kavanaugh. The designated hitter pins safely making the first base for the next 5 minutes. It's 2 beer for $10 at the Ice Tire.
I think it's Brennan McTavish. So Rob Gurney out to have a discussion with Keaton Husband. See if it's just signs or what the case is. So they did give Milton the credit for the hit, but it's not. So an infield single for Brennan McTavish, and there's a runner aboard with 2 outs. It's down one, it should be 0-2 to Kavanaugh. Swing and a miss at a curveball. Two balls, 1 strike. He just misses low. 3-1. Kavanaugh 1 for 2. A pair of walks and a pair of runs scored. So all in all, a really good night for Zach Kavanaugh. All 4. His 3rd walk of the evening. And we'll bring Luke Wheatley to the plate with 2 aboard and 2 out. So quick first 2 outs, and then the pinch hit single by Brennan McTavish. I gotta go correct them again. He didn't get the pinch hitter. Luke Wheatley takes a strike. Wheatley, a pretty good night. 2 for 4, a pair of singles, 2 runs scored. Breaking ball catches the inside edge, and Keaton Husband right back in the zone after that base on balls. And quickly ahead, 0-2. Good smart 0-2 here, Keaton. I like the curveball down. And that's what he gets. He fouls it off. I like the curveball down again. What do you think? It was a curveball, but it was up a bit. Fouled away, so Keaton Husband all over the zone here. This is good. A curveball fouled off again. A Keaton Husband curveball, when he's throwing it for strikes, is a very effective pitch. Swing and a miss at the curveball. A steady diet of them he got. And Keaton Husband, 3 strikeouts in the inning. No runs. He did give up one hit. There were no Weyburn errors. And 2 base runners left, one of them in scoring position. We're off to the bottom of the 8th when we return.
Now back. Number 10, the catcher, Rob Gurney.
Rob Gurney leading things off for the Weyburn Beavers in the bottom of the 8th inning. And a 1-1 count after a foul ball and a pitch inside off the plate. Fouled straight back. 1-2. So we went over and made sure that we had the Brennan McTavish pinch hit for Josh Milton, and we've got the defensive changes as McTavish comes in to play second base and Caleb Haney moves to right field from second base. So we've got all that straight. Fouled straight back by Rob Gurney. Rob 0 for 3 tonight. He's grounded out to the left side all 3 times. 1 to short, 2 to third. Colt Sussex uphold on deck. That's fouled down the right field line. McTavish gives chase and that drops in foul territory. Still 1-2. Trevor Dale also due up to face Aaron Gutierrez. Fouled straight back. So Gutierrez all over the zone. He came in and faced Anthony Cortese, struck him out on 5 pitches to end the 7th inning. And that's lifted into the air to center field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. So Rob Gurney aboard. A leadoff single. So Colt Sussex uphold to the plate with a runner aboard and nobody out. Fouls that back to the screen. Strike one. And we'll take a look at the line on the former Beaver Ethan Webster on the night, and a great night that Webb had. Breaking ball on the inside edge, 1-1. For Ethan Webster, 6 2/3 innings pitched. He scattered 9 hits, allowed 4 runs, all 4 earned, walked 1 and struck out 6 in 106 pitches. So a drop third strike, but first base was occupied. So a strikeout. Rob Gurney advancing to second base on the passed ball. Pretty hard to call a wild pitch on a strike, so I got to think that's a pass ball. Trevor Dale to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike one. Trevor 2 for 3 on the night. Singled and scored in the second. Doubled in the fourth. A hustle double. It was a solid single, and he caught the left fielder of the Bulls napping and hustled his way down to second base. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Good slider there from Gutierrez. 0-2 the count to Trevor Dale. Nick Miller on deck. Outside, 1-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Third strikeout for Aaron Gutierrez. That'll bring Nick Miller to the plate. Nick, a good night. A pair of doubles, an RBI, and a run scored. 2 for 3. Hugh Montgomery on deck. Beavers down by 5. Runner in scoring position. Miller takes down for ball 1. And plate this runner, get within 4, at least you're within 1 swing. Plus the inning's still alive. Never know. Inside. Good job by Miller to lay off that as the breaking ball broke sharply off the plate. 2-0 the count to Nick Miller. Bottom of the zone, taken for a strike. 2-1. Fouled straight back 2-2. So the Beavers, while they're able to get 10 hits on the board tonight, only 1 base on balls allowed from the Lethbridge pitching staff. That, Ethan Webster, 1 walk and 6 2/3 with 6 strikeouts. That's a great night by any standards. And Aaron Gutierrez coming in and striking out 3 batters and allowing the 1 single to Rob Gurney. Off the plate outside, 3-1. And a really good at bat by Rob Gurney as he fouled off 5 pitches in a 1-2 count and managed to muscle one into center field in front of the Lethbridge center fielder, Jordan Monroe. Outside. Oh, okay. Strike 3 called. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. After 8 complete, Lethbridge 9, the Beavers 4, and we'll be back with the 9th after this.
Now batting. Number 7, Jack Wheatley.
Jack Wheatley to lead things off for the Bulls. Top of the 9th. Curveball from Keaton Husband in there for a strike. Husband struck out 3 hitters in his inning of work in the 8th. 1-1. Allowed a hit and walked 1. Curveball in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jack Wheatley 2 for 4 on the night with a walk and a run batted in. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1 away, 4th strikeout for Keaton Husband. In the inside edge, taken for strike 1 by Caleb Haney. Haney with a big night at the plate. 3 for 4 and a walk. A run scored, 3 runs batted in. One and one. Popped up down the right field line. Colt Sussex uphold with a real hustle play and a sliding catch. Great play, Colt. Two away. Colt's parents, Phil and Mandy, were in Weyburn for about a week following the team. Hope you're watching tonight back in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. So Cardell Dick to the plate. Swing and a miss. Top of the order, doing the job for the Bulls tonight. As Cardell Dick 2 for 3 with a walk and a hit by pitch. In the dirt, 1-1. Curveball in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to the Lethbridge catcher. Xander Meisner on deck. Fly ball, shallow center. Hugh Montgomery under it. 3 away, a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the ninth. For Keaton Husband, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Beavers trail by 5, headed to the bottom of the ninth, and we'll have it for you when we come back.
Number 9, Eli Hansen.
Strike 1. Eli Hansen pinch hitting for Hugh Montgomery. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It's not his fault. Strike 3 called. 1 away.
Now coming to the plate, number 19, Owen Mayencourt.
The bench is empty. Swing and a miss. Fouled back, 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Called strike. Strike one to Ryan Dauphiny. Ground ball. Luke Wheatley up with it over to first, and that'll be the ball game. 3 up, 3 down, 9th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. So the line score, the Lethbridge Bulls, 9 runs on 12 hits. They committed no errors, left 12 on base. The Weyburn Beavers, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They left 7 on base. The winning pitcher tonight is Ethan Webster. The losing pitcher, Luke Popplewell. No save tonight as the Lethbridge reliever did not go 3 innings. He went 2 1/3, so no save in effect. Next action for the Beavers, they hit the road tomorrow for a game in Medicine Hat against the Mavericks, and then an off day. And then what after that? And then the Brooks Bombers are here for 2 before we go to the All-Star break on the weekend. So that'll do it here from Tom Lang Park. I'm John Preddy, along with my wife, producer, and Mrs. Everything on the broadcast, Lisa Preddy. And we want to thank everyone for tuning in to Weyburn Beavers Baseball, Coast Hotel's Weyburn Beaver Baseball live on FloCollege. Thanks to all the producers back at FloCollege Central as well. I wish you a safe drive home if necessary. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you, and good night.